But yeah, I guess that's the only thing there is to do is just to try it. But I don't know if there is a. Uh, I think one of the points that I was making before about the body. Is kind of the question. Just like I said, even if I take hormones, I wouldn't necessarily be a woman with a penis. And when I say I wouldn't be a woman with a penis, I mean that I wouldn't necessarily be seen as a woman with a penis, or I would. I mean, if you've watched tranny porn, there are a lot of times when you might be watching it and thinking that you're watching trannies. You're not necessarily watching women. You're watching basically men who have taken hormones, and that's kind of in your head, or in my head a lot of the times, is that, I'm watching basically a man who is either has breast implants or something like that, and it's I think the question that I've kind of beating around the bush, I guess, not necessarily on purpose, but is kind of the question of what does it mean to be a woman, period. Because if I assume that a woman with a penis is a real thing, then what does that mean? Do I even need to take hormones to be a woman with a penis? I mean, if I'm going to be a woman with a penis sexually, do I even need to have breasts? Do I what like that? What does that even mean? So I'm kind of under the suspicion that would be more of a mental thing than a physical thing. That being a woman with a penis really is more the space that I'm in than having breasts or. And I'm not saying that I don't want breasts. I'm not saying that. But what I'm kind of getting at is, let's say I take hormones. At what point do I become a woman with a penis? I guess is my question. And is it the body? Is it am I a woman with a penis once I have breasts? I think that's kind of the question. That's why I came back, maybe without even realizing it. I felt like there was more to talk about, even though I wasn't quite sure what it was. But that is, I think, I mean, that's related to the question of my transition in general, because the transition overall for a lot of people is physical, and in trans videos that I've watched, people will often talk about the physical transition, but not so much about the mental transition. When you have seen yourself as one gender for 30 years, that image is kind of ingrained in your psyche, I think, and maybe changing your body would help get rid of that, help scrub it out. But I think maybe you could scrub it out without the physical changes. I think maybe that because I guess what I'm saying is that I could be a woman with a penis without actually changing my body at all. Possibly, you know. Uh, But there's probably one thing that I haven't really mentioned in all my videos so far is that question that I had in the very beginning of what does it mean to be a woman? Because that is one of the first questions that I asked when I came to this realization that I was trans. I should say I came to the idea, because I'm still not 100%. But there was that question of, if I'm a woman in a man's body, what does that mean? What is a woman? If woman is who I am on the inside, then what is a woman? Is it someone who's nice, someone who's sweet? What does that mean? And I don't know. I feel kind of excited. I feel like the doors of sex were closed to me, and they appear to be opening. And I'm just like, I want to go through the doors, but I just, is the only way to go through the door to just start experimenting? Should I just go start finding sexual partners? I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to talk your ear off on this subject, so I think that's a good place to stop.